Yep, Andile, you hit the nail on the head. Big news on Rele William Mofokeng. I'm told that by my sources that the two clubs, I'm talking about Orlando Pirates and Minnesota United in the MLS, simply ran out of time. They had a little bit more time before the MLS transfer window shut down on the 21st of August. Perhaps we could have been talking a different story. A bidding proposal offer of $2 million, perhaps rising if there was time to negotiate this. But I'm told that the club not giving up, especially with the AFCON on its way, Rele Mofokeng, a big prospect for the MLS and maybe even other clubs around the world and around other in Europe and in the MLS as well. But I want to find out from the Husk what he thinks of this potential move, if it can happen, and if it does happen, will Rele Mofokeng fit in USA?
Rele Mofokeng is a special player. I don't think he'll struggle to fit in anywhere in the world. He's my favorite player in the league. I think he's the best player in the league right now, even though a lot of people say he may be off form. He is, for me, easily still the best player in the league. And he would play anywhere in the world, quite literally. And I said in the off-season, I didn't want to see him start the season in the PSL, honestly. I think he should have been gone a long time ago. His quality needs to move along.
Interesting analysis from the Husker. Let's move on to their Soweto rivals, Kaizer Chiefs, who also want to have a little bite at Mamelodi Sundowns this coming week on Wednesday at FNB Stadium. Kaizer Chiefs wounded at the moment. Aiden McCarthy and a couple of others, including the new signing Igodaro, injured at the moment. Here's coach Cedric Kaze.
But Aiden, he hasn't trained since that day. The medical staff are working very hard to put him back and on the field, but we will have to wait and see how he does tomorrow to decide whether he will be part of the game or not. Part that as well, we have Shinga and Cross that have been sick the last 2 days. And Godaro that was as well injured at training 2 days ago.
By the way, as we confirmed here on Soccerzone last week, Coach Nazreddin Nabi back in the country. I did catch up with him at Lucas Moripe Stadium. Speaking of coaches who are back in the country, Luke Emael. He's coming now for Sinetemba Badela, who got sacked because of differences between him and the sporting director, Luke Emael, I'm told, already taking charge of the training sessions, but perhaps there's still a work permit issue there. I'd like to hear from skipper Thompo Kekana. Is he going to make Chipper cook? Skipper.
Mazola, I just want to wish him well because this is the coach that didn't do pre-season with the club. So you'd expect him to know players by now. If he doesn't know players by now, I'm sure he will struggle a lot because, you know, the games are coming thick and fast, and you know the AFCON is coming soon. So there will be so many matches in between. So if he can't get the team winning, he mustn't unpack the bag.
Well, packing bags, as Skipper says, I'll tell you, a player who wants to pack his bags is Thapelo Maseko. We might have seen him play and feature for Mamelodi Sundowns in that MTN 8 second leg fixture against Orlando Pirates. But my understanding is that his camp still making attempts to get him out of the club. And at the moment, not getting any joy, not getting response from the sporting director or from the hierarchy of the club about Thapelo Maseko. With Coach Cardoso making it firm, telling us, the media, that Maseko is a big part of this team going forward this season. Let's see how that plays out. Listen, I did sit down also with Tim Sukazi, the chairman at TX Galaxy, and that is my final story for the evening. You will remember that you'll get a lot more of this on sabcsport.com, on all our platforms as well, including SABC Plus. This is Tim Sukazi trying to elaborate why the long wait with regards to the FIFA ban.
That's when they started responding somehow, alluding to the fact that we need to pay through the FIFA FCH, FIFA Clearance House system. Then I wrote back to them as late as now, after the Chipper game, after having received another correspondence from them to say, listen, we paid into an account that was given to you by us. I mean, to us by you. You said you must pay into this account for this club, and we must pay the 2,000 Swiss francs into a FIFA account, and you gave us the account. You didn't just sit and predict. So we did what we were supposed to do, what was expected of us. Now it cannot be now that this late you tell us that we have to pay through the FCH system, and therefore we don't recognize payments done by clubs directly to each other.
Welcome to the referee's corner. We're starting at the FNB Stadium, Kaizer Chiefs and Richards Bay midweek. There's what we call a tackle that endangers the safety of an opponent must be sanctioned as serious foul play. Let's go and have a look as to what did Aiden do in terms of his tackle. He's coming with a lunge. A lunge is when a player using one or both legs, yellow card comes out for that lunge. Was it the correct decision? If you look at it there, you will see that there was a serious foul play with that lunge where he got him up on the ankle. And then now, this is what we call and the player should have been sent off. He was not sent off, he got a yellow card. Incorrect decision. But let's look at to what happened after this player, Vusmusi, Tulan was kicked, Gumed. You will see that in his Tulan wearing number 17, Gumed, there was no foul committed there, but look when he sit down, what he does there. After that tackle, that's the impact of the tackle by McCarthy. Let's go into Vusmusi, the smaller mover, because the big one is here. Cardoso make a throw in. There was a header there, that header there. Umdaka is the one who headed the ball. Vusmus was ruled offside. Was he correctly ruled offside? Look at Ino there and Eric Tinkler and Marseille Desen. How you call it offside there? But we'll draw the line and show it to you that there was no offside. If you look it back, if you take it back slightly there, let's see, you will see that when we draw the line, here is the leg there that put Mube onside. So incorrect decision by the referee to rule offside. And here we expect the referee to assist and tell the assistant referee that, hey, the defender played the ball. It was not done, miscommunication or lack of communication between the officials. Let's go to the next one, Ma'am. We're going into the MTN 8. Let's start with a throw-in. The law says the ball must be thrown from where it left the field of play. Right, let's go and see whether the ball was thrown from where it left the field of play. There, let me stop it there. You can see that the ball left around there. But let me show you where the ball might have left the field of play, around this area here. But then, look at where they throw the ball. Look at the distance there. It's too far. So now, what does it say? The law has been broken. The ball should have been thrown here, 1, 2, 3, but now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's too much. So this was huge matching, and then the throw-in should have been retaken. So incorrect decision by the refereeing team to allow a ball to be played very far from where it left off. Let's go to the last one, Umabasa. He's alleged to have handled the ball. Right, let's go and have a look if indeed he has handled the ball when Sibilibili scored the goal there. We'll show it to you that when a ball is handled, Esmabasa is moving his hand, the ball will have changed direction. Did the ball change direction in this situation as Apolis crosses there? You get the hand ready there to handle the ball, but then if you look at it there, the ball never changed direction. So how will the referee say it was handball? He can't, because the ball did not change direction. So the referee was correct in allowing a goal because there is no evidence of handball as the ball did not change direction. Correct decision by the referee to award a goal.
But we're going to stay with a game that we've just been speaking about, Sekhukhune versus Stellenbosch. We're in the 22nd minute. You can see Ronaldo Lina with the ball at his feet there. We're speaking about the extra touch in midfield. Hlompo alluded to that. You don't have time in the middle of the park. The way Sekhukhune is set up, you have the centre backs. That's Danny Cardozo, Tokolo out wide. Mkhize has dropped into the middle. So he's supporting the midfielders. But look, man-on-man marking, Jabbar, Kiba as well as De Jong, making sure that they are tight. When we play it there, you'll see on his first touch, look at the space that he has on his first touch. but watch how it closes on his second touch. On his second touch, he already is being closed down. And look at the 5 players that are there. Now, the important thing is you don't take the extra touch. He takes that extra second touch. This second touch should have been a pass out, and that's Ngube waiting to receive it right there. But he takes that extra touch, and that's where the ball is lost. So ultimately, that extra touch proved very costly, because if you look at this, look out there, Matsimbi, Grobler, that is obviously Machawa there, you have Ngube, you have players all over the field, and I can tell you Letlapa is waiting down on the left wing. He's out of shot right now, but it would have been a 6v5 situation if he had played that pass. Loses the ball in the middle because of that extra touch in the back of the net. So instead of a 6v5 on the other side, it became a 4v3 in the opposite direction. So that extra touch proved very, very costly.
Maki, I like it when the teams are being punished after the mistake like this, because that's where you learn as a team.
That's where you learn. So it's a learning moment there for Amala. Let's hope he did learn. We're going to go straight now to the other semi-final. Orlando Pirates come back against Sundowns. This was literally, when we look at this, there's so many learning moments in this. We see the long ball played out. Cupido has to make a decision. Does he go tight or not? I would have loved that he would have stayed in his position there and not go tight. But he chooses to go tight. And in choosing to do that, now there are consequences. Now we have to think. Obviously, if we take that back slightly, we see there, obviously, Grant Kekana makes the move, but Cupido has to go tight. And we're not talking about passive pressure. He has to have active pressure, force Rele Mofokeng to go backwards. He doesn't go tight enough. At the same time, if we go forward, Grant Kekana should already, because if you look at this distance between the two centre-backs, you're asking for trouble. Grant, unfortunately, is focused on Sibele, almost man-marking, and that's why there's all this space for Apollos to just coast into. And guys, let me go, I have to take this back slightly, please. Rele Mofokeng, people can say what they want about him. Rele Mofokeng is still one of the best players because his decision-making, he takes one touch, on his taking his touch, he's already looked at the space behind, and that's what he exploits. He sees Apollos going into that space, and he plays it into that space. So Rele Mofokeng, for me, still one of the best exponents when it comes to just making decisions. Now this for me is critical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sundowns defenders all facing their own goal, running backwards, facing their own goal. And that's all because they didn't shift across in time. Now they have to face their own goal. And what happens? Ultimately, Apollos gets through, first time cross ball in the back of the net. So many moments where they should have done things a little better, reacted a bit quicker, and that could have been avoided. And it all comes from that shift and making sure the decision making. Are you shifting in time? Are you closing the space? It wasn't supposed to be man marking.
Well,